Hi, Terry Rowland from T Row Studios. This summer I did a big cleanup in my quilting room, and I refolded a lot of my fabric and reorganized it. I've had lots of people asking me what the dividers are that I used on my shelves. I've got just some really cheap metal shelves that cannot support the weight of the fabric. If I put as much fabric as I put on them, it would actually bow the shelving itself. So I've come up with a way of using these really inexpensive wire cube shelves that you used to get when you were going to college and you needed to have shelves in your room and you needed to be able to knock them down. They had little plastic things that pushed on the corners. Those are a pain. So I zip tie these little crates together, and I only use five panels per crate. One on the bottom and four. 1, 2, 3. I only use 4, sorry. One on the bottom and 3 on the sides. I don't put one on the top, and I don't need any more than that. This will get set onto my shelving unit, and I make 2 of these for my shelving unit, and it leaves about a 7-inch space in between the two cubes. So how do I fold my fabric? Now, this is just a chunk of fabric, but it's a good size, so this will go into my yardage. It won't go into my scraps. So I'm going to take a 6-inch ruler, which is the perfect size for this, and I am going to throw the fabric over the other side of the table, and I'm going to roll this up. If the seam ends up sort of in the center of this, I'll just pull the ruler out and I will fold it in half. And then when I place it in my little cubicle, I'm going to place it with the folded size forward. So I'll do that again. This is a fat quarter. I'll do the same thing. Roll, oops, roll, roll. Now this one's fairly close to the end, and I find it gets kind of messy if I don't just do that. I'm going to pull this out, I'm going to fold, and it'll go in there. And I'll continue with all of my yardage. This one, I'm going to go like that, and that, and that. You can see how fast that is. I'm only going to fold it that much so that this is all kind of the same length. Let me find a longer piece. So this is yardage. This is probably a yard. If I had 3 or 4 yards, I would throw all of it over the end. I've got the folded edge on one side and the 2 salvages are together. Again, I can fold this all together, and I'm just going to roll it. I'm not rolling really tightly. Pull out and fold. If I've got a really big piece of fabric, this fold is going to be really wide. So I can kind of tell how much fabric I've got in each of the pieces that I'm putting in these stacks just by the width of the fold there. You can tell that this one's got more fabric than what these fat quarter ones had. Anyways, I go through my whole, and I sort these by color. So these are actually for a project that I'm going to do that needs some saturated colors. So this is just a way of tidying that up. Now you can see how I didn't fold that under because that fold was really close here and it kind of got messy. I'm going to fold it there, and now that pile is a little bit neater. So I hope that helps you. It's a great way to have a nice even finish and not have a bunch of raw edges sticking out. And you can kind of see how much fabric you've got in each of those piles.